All right, next episode. It is December 28th. I think that might be the first time I've ever given you the actual date I'm recording this. So I don't know if this is going to go long, but I don't think it is, but who knows? I just talk. So just got back yesterday from Barcelona, being with my girls, and it was the first time that we've ever experienced Christmas without my wife, their mom. It was bittersweet, as you can imagine. The times that, needless to say, there's more than one time that I cried. And the times that I did were never the times I would have expected. It's just what this weird grief shit does. It just hits you when you think you're ready for it. You might be fine. When you think you're going to, it just hits you. So I'll put it like that. At one point, we were walking through a Christmas market down by the port, and we went to get the hot mulled wine, which again, reminds me of both my mother and my wife. When I was a kid, I've got great memories of my mom in the wintertime, like leading up to the holidays. She'd go out and buy some holiday wine, heat it up, throw some cinnamon sticks in it, and it would be the only time of the year that, as a kid, I could have anything alcoholic. So it wasn't specifically that it was alcoholic, but it just seemed special. So it was just mom and me. So that always brought me back. And then Melissa and I would go out and go to a Christmas market with the kids, and we'd walk around, get the mulled wine because she liked it. It reminded her of her childhood, and so it was a tradition. So we walked, we got the wine. I was thinking that might trigger something, but it didn't. So we're walking around, and all of a sudden, it was a bit chilly, windy, a bit wet because it had been raining a lot in Barcelona. So for some strange reason, I saw this beautiful light display. I was thinking that it was beautiful and Melissa would like it. Then I started thinking that because it was kind of blustery and windy, and it was kind of redundant, a little chilly and a little wet, she might have been complaining about the conditions, even though she'd enjoyed being there. So I thought about that, and then I just started to cry. And luckily the kids were walking out in front of me, so they didn't notice until they did. And then, of course, they did what they do with their great kids. They walked over to see if they could comfort me, but it was just nothing but time. So I cried. Probably one of my usual lately minute cries, but maybe a little bit longer, I don't know. But I didn't see it coming. And then there were other points. And then when we're exchanging gifts, nothing. Just the happiness of being there, just being with the kids, knowing that it would be better with Melissa. The kids seemed to take it well. Gabby was a little angry one night, just thinking how it just doesn't mean as much to her anymore. And it just doesn't feel like Christmas. Now it just feels like another day. And I wasn't there to talk her out of the whole thing, or just, again, it's just, people need to be listened to. Again, you can't really change how a person's thinking. I think most of us just don't want it to be solved. We just need to get what we're thinking off of our chest. Nothing really works other than just to have somebody there and listen. So I've told the kids who don't talk about it that much, but that I'm always going to be there for them from now, from before, and forever. If there's anything they want to talk about, and in this case, it's obviously about their mother, but going forward, it'll be whatever I can listen to, because I'm their dad, and that's what dad should be doing, in my thought. So again, Melissa's gone, so I can never be mom. I'm going to have to be the best dad I can be. And I was trying to be a good dad before, and whatever that was, I now have to try harder. It's maybe that's more pressure than I need to put on myself, but I just feel that since the number of parents have been cut in half, I need to step it up And I like to think that I would have been a good dad anyway, but yeah, again, I don't know if this is advice. Well, it's definitely not advice. This is just me. I just need to be there, because the kids are sad. I'm not the only person sad in this whole thing. I've lost my mother 3 years ago on the move to France. I know what it's like. Of course, I wasn't a kid, and I was able to share my wedding with my mom. I was able to share the birth of both of my daughters with my mom. I was there when my mom got remarried after a million years to a great guy. I was there for her, she was there for me, and we got a lot of years together. The kids didn't get that. And that's sad. Fucking tragic, actually. So the weirdest, strangest part of this whole thing was after I said goodbye to Isabella in Barcelona the night before, and then Gabby and I were on the train heading back to Paris. As we were getting ready to pull into the station, I started to think, okay, Gabby's got stuff to go do, friends to go see, youth to live, and I just have a home to go to with nobody in it. And I started to cry, right there on the train. So that was that. Not that unusual. So then, as we got out, we were walking through, I said goodbye to her. She went for her metro, and I went looking for mine. On the way, I started to tear up, and I'm like, okay, I don't want to just like flat out cry in the middle of this busy train station. So try and hold it back. And as I'm holding it back, again, I'm holding back the noise, but tears are streaming. My knees started to buckle, and I started to get a little anxiety. And then I'm looking for a place. Okay, where can I hide? I'm in a busy train station. I'm looking for the metro. It's thinning out a little bit now. I'm just moving faster, trying to find a spot, trying to hold the loud crying at bay. So I start going downstairs. My knees keep buckling. There was a point where I thought I was going to fall. I got to the bottom of the stairs. I figured I couldn't walk anymore, so I was trying to stand. I could barely stand anymore. I had to take a knee, and my knees just kept wanting to give out. I couldn't keep them straight, and so I had to take a knee and just relax. Well, if you can call it relaxing. I was sitting there crying on my knee, couldn't stand. Again, trying to control my breathing. And yeah, that was weird. That was completely unexpected. That's never happened to me before. So after about a minute or two, I was able to stand again, breathe a little bit. I was able to keep the loud sounds in, but the tears kept streaming. Found my train, got on. Little boy is staring at me from his seat across the way. I completely understand. Luckily, the train was, again, it doesn't really matter one way or the other, but the train wasn't super crowded, but it was busy enough. But that little boy just kept staring at me. I understood completely what he was looking at. And here's this old grown man, just with tears streaming down his face. And I'm sure your little boys aren't used to being on subways and seeing that. So I had no idea what he was thinking. And what actually stopped me, this is interesting, I think. I had my AirPods in, and one of them, or I put them back in, or whatever it was, but it was malfunctioning. I wasn't getting any sound out of one of the ears, so I wanted the music. And so I kept taking it off, putting it back in, and it just wasn't working. So I was trying to troubleshoot this whole thing, and suddenly I was concentrating more on getting this to work than I was on what was making me sad. And suddenly it's going to realize, hey, wait a second, I'm not crying anymore. My AirPod's still not working, but now I'm concentrating on those. My choice was to stop concentrating on the AirPod and start crying again, or just keep working on getting the music back. So I chose the music back, and my sadness was broken long enough for me to stop, and I started thinking about other things. So just kind of a strange way to go about breaking it, but apparently it's just a matter of, if you break your concentration on what it is that's making you sad, maybe that helps. But usually it's like, I think most of us would like to do that, but you can't in the moment. So like, if maybe just wear spotty AirPods or other things. So again, it's a really shitty stab at humor right there. So that's pretty much it. I made it home. Oh, and my daughter and her husband wanted to keep Misty, my dog, which was my mom's dog, who I was going to bring back, which is why we took the train back versus flying. So originally they were just holding on to Misty in order to do me a favor. But again, it took so long. I still haven't gotten my new apartment, but they were going to watch her while I got a new apartment, and then went off to the U.S. Well, that months and months passed. I eventually said, screw the apartment, I'm going to go to the U.S. anyway, as you know. That all worked. Came back, still no apartment. Went down to see them. Figured I'd just bring Misty back. But it turns out in that time, they've taken such a liking to her, and she's keeping the other dog, Millie, company. So, all right. On one hand, I really wish I had a dog to cuddle up with, because I don't think there's too many things better at taking your grief and helping you with it than a dog. But on the other hand, if I want to be able to move around and go places and just do things spontaneously, like visit my brother or whatever, then go to the United States for 5 weeks, which I don't see me doing again anytime soon, but you get the point. Now, I don't feel like I'm burdening them. So I told them, if for whatever reason they change their mind, I'll always take her back. As again, she's my dog. She was my mom's dog. She's now their dog. She's in the family, and she loves us all, and we all love her. So that's all good. And moving forward, as awful as that day in the train station was yesterday, which again I mentioned, that was the 7-month mark of Melissa's passing. Funny, yesterday I didn't think about that at all. It just kind of hit me. The night before, on the 26th, I'm like, okay, tomorrow is going to be that day. On the actual 27th, this is the first time in the 7 months that I haven't been painfully aware that on the 27th, specifically what the day was. In this case, it was just a series of events, just kind of, I guess, got in the way. But that is what it is. I'm still overall positive that the future is good. The future is going to be the best I can make it. And I intend for that to be pretty damn good. Again, I don't know what that means exactly. Like I've said in the past, I just opened myself up to, again, to opportunities that'll I'm sure are going to arise. I just have to keep my eyes open and just accept them when they get here. The old me is the old me. There's no reason to hold on to the old me. I liked the old me. There's nothing wrong with the old me, but that's the past. I'm moving forward now, and whatever with whatever that brings. So that's where I'm leaving you. I hope you had a great. It's kind of a hard thing to swallow. I hope you had the best holiday season that you can that you're able to handle. I hope it wasn't too hard on you. I hope you're able to find some peace, and I hope this new year brings the best that it can possibly bring. For me, it's really difficult for 26 to be worse than 25. But that's a low bar. I intend to not just have 26 be better than 25, because all I have to is wake up, and that's going to happen. I just have hope I have hope, and I'm feeling optimistic that good things are going to happen in 26, and there'll be a lot of good things. And that moving forward, I'm always going to think of 26 or 25 as the worst year of my life. So anyway, until next time we'll be in 26. So I'll talk to you again sometime just after the new year. All right, take care.